Oh, there he is. There.
I swear I keep hearing something walking in the woods.
Oh, juicy fruit. That's my trucker handle.
Look, it ain't even as big as my old head.
From Arkansas.
Good Sunday morning, y'all. Tell me who you are, where you from, and what you're driving.
Oh, there's my girl.
That's pretty good.
Welcome. My name's Jenny Junkin. This is my channel. This is going to be the first video that I give to you guys, and I'm going to give you a little bit of background as to why we're here. So, some of you know me from our channel Peace and Grease. Some of you know me just from regular life, being friends, and you know that we've had a YouTube channel for about a year now. I have been a career server my whole life. I've worked in the restaurant industry, and I'm 40 years old. We have 3 boys between Tim and I. 2 are mine, 1 is his. They're all ours. They're a lot of fun, but they keep us busy. 2 teenagers and a 5-year-old. So they're in school, they're in sports, they work jobs. One of them drives, one of them's about to drive. Life is busy. I'm gonna give you a little backstory. Several months ago, I had worked at a job that I absolutely loved for quite a few years, and loved the people, loved my customers. This February 2024, something traumatic happened while I was at work, and I won't go into the details of that, but it was something that made it very difficult for me to go back into work there. So when I say that it was something I've never experienced, it was something I've never experienced, and it still makes me sad, and it's still hard to talk about. So I did my best from the beginning of February until about April to continue to work there, like I said, because I love my coworkers, I love my customers, I love the establishment, and it just was too difficult. So I moved on, and I got another job locally, a lot closer to home, but it did not pan out either. The money just wasn't there for the time investment. So for the last few weeks, we're in July right now. So for the last few weeks, I have just been kind of racking my brain about the fact that I know that I don't really want to go back into that industry. Not because I don't like it. It's just, it takes up the small amount of time that I have because it's every weekend. I only work on the weekends because of the kids. And honestly, in the last 4 years, there's been a decline in the restaurant industry as far as income goes. And it's everywhere. It's not just one place. It's the economy itself. So Tim and I have discussed it. We have this Airbnb, and with Sammy starting kindergarten and, you know, life just being the way that it is right now, we are going to try to make it happen without me working. So I work for sure here nonstop. So it's not like I'm not working. It's just I won't be reporting to an employer, I guess. Now Tim's my boss. Hilarious. But it's a big move. So this is part of that move. I've wanted to have my own channel for a while now because I do a ton of stuff that no one sees on our other channel. I'm very adventurous. We do a lot with the boys. I take care of this Airbnb, so I do all the booking. I come in here and clean it and flip it, and, you know, take care of everything that needs to happen with that. You know, all of the stuff at the barn, the editing that goes on, the filming that goes on, the projects that we have. My mom lives right here on the same property, so I do a lot for her. We have a fishing pond. I fish all the time. We're in the woods hiking. I mean, I'm always doing something, and it's honestly just going to be about that. Like, I'm just going to take you guys along with me when I clean the Airbnb today, and I'm just going to take you guys along with me later when we go to a car show, and, you know, just, it's going to be a culmination of my life, and I just want to welcome you guys to join in with me on that. So welcome to Jenny Junkin's page. This is the first video. I hope you enjoy my content. I can't wait to get to know you guys. It's going to be a ton of fun. I have a lot of things coming up that I'm going to be embarking on as a 40-year-old woman that I never dreamed that I would. So part of our inspiration in life is that you always continue to do things that you maybe never have done, or you've been intimidated to do, or you just never took the time to do. So my dad was a painter. He painted cars. He was a body man. He was phenomenal. He was an artist, and he never taught me that because he didn't want me to work in a garage. He didn't want that for me. So I think that I missed out on a little bit with that, and he's not with us anymore, unfortunately. So I'm gonna take it on myself. I always wanted to be in there with the boys and wrenching and learning and doing, but my dad just never wanted that for me. So what little I did learn was only because I was watching from the corner, So I'm gonna dive in. We're gonna paint one of our vehicles, one of our project vehicles. We're gonna paint it ourselves, and I'm gonna be involved in that a lot. So I'm excited for that, very much so. Some people ask me if I'm nervous. I'm not really nervous. I'm not afraid to do it, because if I mess it up, it can be sanded out. It's not the end of the world. So welcome. Thank you guys for being here. I hope that we get to know each other well, and I'm going to get to work and bring you guys with me everywhere I go, every day from now on. So I hope you like it. We are getting ready to clean our Airbnb for the day. We have a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath house that was Tim's grandparents that we converted to an Airbnb about 4 months ago. It has become progressively more successful, and we hope to continue to make it progressively more successful so that it's part of our regular income that's generated. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna get to work here. That's the living room right behind me. Here's a little sitting room back here, and we've got to get her cleaned up because we've got guests on the way, so follow along. That's gonna wrap this cleaning up. It took me about 2.5 hours, so you guys are gonna see it in small bits and pieces, but it takes me about 2.5 hours if the people that stayed were just a short stay, or if they're really good at keeping the house clean, which these people were. So we have extra blankets and sheets to just switch the beds in this instance. So we got her done, and we got people coming at 4, so I'm gonna get out of here and find something else to do. Heading up to the house. We're gonna go find Tim, see what he's doing. He's been mowing. Super freaking hot outside today, and I don't have my sunglasses, so. Welcome back. It is raining outside now, so I cleaned the Airbnb this morning. Tim had to go pick Wyatt up, and it's just me and the dogs at the house right now. So I'm gonna use this time to work on a project I'm working on for our build for the Rat Rod Magazine Build Off 2024. If you watch our other channel, you know we're building a Rat Rod camper from scratch. We pulled a cab out of a shed, and Tim built it from the frame up, other than the cab. So, which it was in rough shape. So it's exciting. We have a deadline for that in September, but the theme is rustic, and we named the Rat Rod Dick Banjo. So Dick Banjo's character, he's the mountain man, you know, he's got to do things on a whim. So I asked some of our viewers on our other channel to send me some denim if they had any extra denim, and Cody Kirby, thank you so much, dropped off a few pair. Today I was surprised by a package in the mail. I didn't know what it was going to be, and this came from Matt Hyde from Arkansas. He sent me some jeans to use for the build. I'm gonna make a quilt, and then I'm gonna use it, you know, to accessorize different things, but I'm also going to cover the seats, our tractor seats. I'm gonna make custom seat covers for the tractor seats with some denim. So I'm excited. Not only these and the ones that Cody brought me, another one of our viewers, oh gosh, I can't hardly even pick this one up. Another one of our viewers from our other channel sent me this giant box of denim, which I haven't even opened yet. I didn't know what the other one was, and I opened it. So this came from American Made John Parsons in Ridgeville, Tennessee. So I'm gonna open her up with you guys. I've been waiting. I was gonna do it on our live chat, but I left it in the house. And we didn't get to open it. This thing is taped good. I brought scissors, but I don't want to use those because I'm going to be cutting fabric with them. Oh my goodness. This is wild. There we go. Get aggressive. Oh, box. My gosh. Thank you so much, John. That is awesome. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think, 7 pairs in here. Dude, this is gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna film myself in the process of making this quilt and show you guys bits and pieces of that. So some of this might be on our channel for Peace and Grease, but most of it will be on the Jenny Junkin channel. Don't mind wandering. They always get rowdy as soon as I try to do something. So I haven't sewn in years, and this is, you know, a new thing that I'm bringing back. I'm 40 and I'm bringing it back. So we talked a little bit earlier about, you know, the fact that I have changed. Look, I want them ones with the holes in them. I'm gonna use that. People don't think you use that, but it'll look good. I'll double it up, so, you know, I'll cut it and stitch it as one piece, and then that'll be a piece, but it'll be torn, but it won't really be torn. Sew it together, that'll be cool. But we talked a little bit about how I am not going back to the service industry. So part of what I'm trying to do is create my own channel, create my own vibe. And this is it, you know, I just bounce around like Tim does and do random things throughout the day, which is everything that I was doing with my job also. It's just come to a time where things are, you're not making as much money in that industry in any way. I don't see it anywhere I've been, and even where I was before, you know, the income had declined over the last several years just for the sheer fact that people don't want to spend money, which I don't blame them. You know, we got 3 kids, we got groceries and bills and all the things. I get it. Going out to eat is expensive. I mean, we pay the same thing for, you know, 2 of us that we used to pay for 4 of us a couple years ago. So it's crazy. I don't know. You guys know how it is. How many of you guys out there do any sewing? So I'll use this. The idea is that Dick Banjo sewed this quilt, you know, so the quilt is not going to be perfect. I don't want to cut the pieces perfect. It'll be patched together. I'll trim this one up a little bit, but see what I'm saying? I'll sew these top pieces together and use this as one piece, so there'll be backing behind it, but we're still going to use that rustic torn part. We don't want it to look perfect. That'll be real good. Tips from Jenny Junkin. Why do they call me Jenny Junkin, you say? Well, I love antiques. I love old cars. I love estate sales and yard sales and auctions and rusty stuff and vintage stuff, and so that's it. I'm always on the hunt for junk, whether it's a vehicle or whether it's like antiques, or I love vintage clothes. I'm always junking, man, and I'm always looking for a good deal. Good deals are out there. And when you find one, like when you're out thrifting, I don't know if you guys like to go thrifting, but it's one of my favorite things because you can find some awesome stuff. I'm on a group on Facebook that it's like weird and wonderful finds, like thrifting finds, and people share on there the things that they have found. And some people find, this lady had found some kind of fancy scarf, which I couldn't tell you nothing about fashion or a fancy scarf, but she had found this fancy scarf and she knew what it was, and she bought it for like $3 and it was worth like $500. So she posted in that group and said, this was my wonderful find. I only paid $3 for this whatever kind of scarf it was. And this other lady gets on there and she goes, oh my gosh, I've been using that as a table cover since like the 90s, and shows the picture that she has the same like valuable scarf used under her lamp on her side table. So I like to see stuff like that. That's funny to me. I appreciate everybody that sent me their britches. Y'all sent me your britches. I appreciate it. I asked my fans, followers, viewers, whatever you guys want to call them. I always never say the right words. Just if they had any extra, send me some so that I don't have to go buy it at the Goodwill, because the build off is budget based. So anything that's donated doesn't count. So, you know, I'm going to try to, Tim told me not to let it look like it's a, you know, Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's or, you know, Field and Stream in the back there, make it look too good. He said, because it's got to be like an old mountain man did it. So I got to picture myself as an old mountain man. That's what I'm doing, picturing myself as an old mountain man. What would the old mountain man do, you know? He would cut his jeans up that had holes in them and make him a warm quilt for the winter. I am going to have like scenes set up with this thing. Like I'm excited for this build because of the creativity that gets to go into it. But I'm also really excited. Look, I want these pockets. I'm also really excited for the K20 build because that's going to be my first official paint job. I've never painted a vehicle. I've seen a million vehicles painted. I have witnessed it in the steps and the processes and the hours and the patience and the frustrations, and I've witnessed personally every aspect of a vehicle paint job, but I've never done it myself. I'm gonna give her a go. We used rattle cans and put some primer, black primer, flat black primer on my 42 Chevy and 1940 Chevy. I always say 42, but I know it's a 40. On my 40 Chevy, back when we first got it in the winter, we wanted to get something on it, and we never even actually finished doing that. My truck kind of got put to the wayside once we signed up for the build off, and then we've just, you know, continued on with, we've had a few customer builds, a few, you know, just different things that we need to do, and it's show season, so it's just gotten pushed to the wayside, but we'll get back to it. It ain't going nowhere. I feel like that one and the ramp truck kind of get pushed to the side. We love them and we have great ideas for them and we know we will build them, but they just are two that seem to get pushed off. You know, we end up pushing off. Look how cute this is gonna be. These are Cody's. Thanks for the Wranglers, Cody. He probably won't even watch this because it's on Jenny Junkin channel, but maybe y'all will. I'm just giving you a little bit of my daily life and the things that we do and places we go. And when I take the kids places, I'm gonna take you guys with me. When I'm down there at the pond fishing, I'm gonna take you guys with me. You know, just little bit. That's Otis. That's what we listen to all the time. Come here, Otis. Come here. Come say hi. Come here. Oh, there he is. There's my boy. Oh my goodness. Wanda's gonna get jealous. Come here, Wanda. Over here. Oh no, she pushed him out of the way. Come here, Wanda. Come on. Oh, she's too big. Come on. Oh, there's my girl. This is our girl. Oh, this is the laziest, sweetest puppy I'll ever meet. But Otis gets her on high alert. Come on now. It's okay. Everybody's okay. It's fine. Oh no, it's fine. He's our guard dog. You couldn't get in here if you wanted to, with sneaking in at least. You could probably get in, but you wouldn't be able to sneak. He'd tell on you. But those are our dogs, Wanda and Otis. They're crazy, and they are free-range dogs. So when we go to the vet, we gotta leave them in our car, and the vet comes out to us because Otis is just wild and will pee on everything, and Wanda weighs 100 pounds and won't walk on a leash, so you got to carry her in, and she's just too heavy. She's too heavy. She's lazy. She does not get off the couch, but every once in a while. I'm getting a phone call. Pause. As Sammy would say, that was my old mom. She's coming up to drop something off. I'm very lucky. I'm an only child. My dad passed away 7 years ago-ish, maybe 8 years ago. I don't know. I try not to think too much about it. But my mom lives right here, and I'm real lucky to have her, and she's done a great job of parenting me. I'm sure it wasn't easy as a single parent to deal with me. I turned out real good, though, so she ought to be proud. Last night, I'll tell you, just give you guys little things, tidbits happening in the world. Last night, my friend of mine was out on a motorcycle, and a deer went out in front of him and wrecked him out real bad. So if you're a motorcycle rider, be safe out there. If you live in the country like we do, definitely be careful. Watch for deer. It's crazy. Be careful out there, guys. We are not we're not motorcycle riders. It's just not really our thing. I mean, we think that they're cool, and Tim used to have motorcycles, and I've definitely been on the back of plenty of motorcycles. My dad had bikes when I was growing up. I've learned a lot this year, okay? One time, stop, you two. That's enough. That's enough. I've learned a lot this year. Things that, as an only child and as a girl, it was like I was not taught, like they didn't want to teach me certain things, which I was kind of a tomboy, so like why wouldn't you teach me all the things? So this year I've learned how to ride a mini bike, something I only attempted once and wrecked the first time when I was like 13. Never did it again. So learned how, I never wrecked it. Learned how to ride a mini bike. I've learned how to drive a backhoe, our small backhoe somewhat. I'm not great at it yet, but I'm learning. That's a big deal. I've always been an entrepreneur, so at one point in time in my life, I used to own a restaurant and a food truck and a catering business. So like all the hustle and the bustle and the business and things like that, I'm totally used to, and it's like, part of who I am. And so having the YouTube channel and, never editing, but taking that on and learning as I go, and still learning, but I feel like I've improved tremendously. Having the YouTube channel, learning how to promote on social platforms, that is younger people's stuff than what I am, and that I'm still not that great at. So that's something I'm trying to do. But my point in rambling on about all this is that no matter how old you are, just like keep learning to do new stuff and keep trying to do new stuff. And when an opportunity arises, if you think it's for you, try it. If it doesn't work out, then move on. Life's too short to sit around and wait on stuff and not move on. Oh, there's my mom outside. Hold on. All right. My mom stopped in to give me some tomatoes. I love tomatoes. She had some cherry tomatoes. Looks like she got from the farmer's market. So she brought me some up. and some Febreze because she knows that my kids' bedrooms always stink because they're boys. So I appreciate that, Mama. So I will cut all these up and then get back on here and show you doing some stitching. I'm not only gonna make it denim, I'm gonna mix some flannel in there too. So Tim doesn't like a weighted blanket, and he also, it's gonna be heavy because it's denim. So he also doesn't want it, like we're not gonna have a big bed made the whole time. So it's not like this is gonna be on display all the time. We're just gonna blow up an air mattress and throw it back there to sleep on whenever it's time to sleep, so that we can sit inside and people can see inside whenever we're not using it. Plus, it would be hard to like have a mattress in there, and if something broke down, we have to pull up the hatch to get down there to work on it. It'd be hard to have a mattress on the side of the road. So, anyhow, I don't want to make this too big. It's got to be big enough, but not too big. And I need to be able to roll it up so that we can roll it up and put it in one of Dick Banjo's baskets on the side. I also am looking for some, like I call them Mexican blankets. I have 2 of them, but one actually came from Mexico. My dad brought home when I was a kid, so I'm not going to use that in there. And then the other one, I don't actually know where it came from. I think that I acquired it when I acquired Tim. So I actually love it, and I'm not giving that one up. But I will get all this stuff cut up because nobody likes to sit here and watch somebody cutting stuff up. I'm gonna do my best to not use foul language on here, but I actually don't have the best mouth in real life. If you ever meet me, that's a fair warning. So I'm gonna cut it all up, and then I'll get back to you with some stitching after a bit. We're down here at the Voss Auto Car Show. Tell me who you are, where you're from, and what you're driving.
Well, my name is Sid Calloway, and I'm from Dayton, and I have a 78 Lincoln Town Car.
How long have you had it?
It's been about 5 years now. I think I'm through fixing it. So it's for sale.
Oh, what's the price tag?
I want 35 for it.
That ain't bad.
39,000 miles.
Oh my gosh, that's real good. You're gonna have to give me your number. I'm serious.
And that's where
I'm gonna take a look around it. Thank you for letting me talk to you about it. I love it.
Thank
Just left the Voss Chevrolet cruising. That was super fun. Now we're going to Double Days. Gonna get some food. We're starving. Saturday morning, we're gonna get this barn cleaned up. I'm gonna do some pressure washing. Tim's doing some work in here while I'm cleaning up. And then we didn't go to Good Guys. I'm gonna clean that baby today. We didn't go to Good Guys, so everybody's asking us why, but tonight we're gonna take a little cruise up close to where the show was, to Quaker Steak and Lube to watch some burnouts. So we'll take you guys along on that. I'm sure Tim will film whatever he's doing, and we gotta clean up. Getting ready to pressure wash the concrete pad out here. Tim's blowing everything off over there for me. We've been hard at it. Look how clean the shop is. Oh, wow. Looks good. I think there's water in the gas in my pressure washer, so we're draining all the gas out of it and gonna give it a go later. But we got these burnouts to go see this afternoon. So the barn's clean. We're gonna move Dick Banjo back in here, go up to the house, make lunch, get ready, and hit the road.
Oh, juicy fruit. That's my trucker handle. That was my trucker handle. We had a TV when I was a kid. Yes, this
would have said, "That's my tractor hand, that's it." Moment of silence for how good it is. Tractor wasn't fucking gnawing.
Yeah.
We're gonna put CB in it.
Yes! Saturday evening, right? Is it Saturday? I don't know.
Every day Saturday.
We are cruising north to, I think, Grove City with a whole collaboration of cool trucks here. We're gonna go to Quaker State and Lube and watch some people do burnouts, I guess. We didn't go to Good Guys, but I guess this is a normal, like, after show thing to do. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the after show. Old Adam Harris here got his truck running. I don't know these guys, but this thing's awesome. So we're gonna cruise up with these guys and see what it's all about.
These are locals, man. They probably live for this.
Good Sunday morning, y'all. I am headed to, let me roll my window up. Listen to that. My driver's window got busted by the lawnmower last summer, maybe 2 summers ago. We got it replaced and it's wheels, so enjoy that. But I am headed to Tractor Supply to get some tractor paint because I have a sign project for the campground I need to work on. And I'm gonna run to the dollar store because I need laundry soap for the Airbnb because I gotta flip that again today. Tim's working on my pressure washer right now, trying to put some new gas in it, and hopefully that fixes it so that I can get back to what I started yesterday. But we had a great time in Columbus last night. We got home about 9:30, so it wasn't a late night. We're not late night people usually, but it was fun. And next year when we go, so we didn't go to Good Guys, we went to the after show, and next year we're going to plan on getting a hotel room and staying up there for the night because we had to leave and get back home. But I'd say that the action was happening and we love the people watching, so I'm gonna head down here to the local Tractor Supply and grab us some paint, and I'll bring you guys along with me. This is just another day in the life of Jenny Junkin. What are we gonna get into today? We're at the local Tractor Supply here in Springboro. I'm gonna head in there and get some tractor paint and take you guys with me. Alright, I just need the little cans, which is crazy expensive, but we need it. So we need green. I think we have black at home, but I kind of want this gold color. We'll get one black. I'm gonna get low gloss though. Alright, this is what we came after. That's how quick of a shopper I am. Do you want to know how to spend $96 in 5 minutes on 3 items? I'm here to show you. The good news is we'll use all that tractor paint and it lasts forever and we can use it on different projects. But god dang, those are the small cans, you guys. Look, it ain't even as big as my old head. Small cans tractor paint. 3 of them, $96. Bye, girl, that's crazy. It's like some kind of universal law these days that you can't leave the house without spending $200. That's why I try not to leave the house. So I ran into Kroger to get laundry soap and then, realized that, well, we probably need some charcoal and I should pick up some chicken. And then all of a sudden I saw these little pork medallions that were already marinated. Sound like they'd be good on the grill. Walk out of there, $120 later. It's crazy. It's crazy. The world we're living in, you guys. I can't leave the house. I can't leave the house. Here we are, the scene of the project. It's Sunday morning. Tim's dad asked me to do this a while ago, and I just really didn't have the time to do it. But now I do have the time to do it since I am leaving the restaurant industry. So here we are. I ran to Tractor Supply this morning, got the paint that I needed, which was outrageously expensive. And we're just gonna touch this baby up. It's faded on this side, but the other side looks really good. We're right by the road, super uncomfortable. The sun's shining, it's super hot, so we'll just get started and see where we get with it today. Thanks for following along. You're sitting on an angle because we're by the ditch and there's probably going to be a lot of traffic noise. We're on the old ratty tripod, so we'll see if it tips over. I'm going to start with the black on the tent and see what happens. This stuff is like hot and runny at the same time. Usually it's thicker than this, I feel like. This phone might overheat. Took me 12 minutes to do that. It don't look too bad. So I'm gonna do this other one real fast. Hopefully it doesn't overheat on us. The green looks pretty good. It's so hot out here that this paint is drying like so fast and it's already like getting a skin on the top from the air. It's so hot. You guys have no idea. I'm burning up already. So let's try the second one. You're gonna be crooked. That's all there is to it. I can't do anything about it. I swear I keep hearing something walking in the woods across the street over there. It like sounds like a daggum yeti. These aren't the greatest brushes, so I don't really like the way those ends are turning up when I stop, but we're just going to deal with it for now. All right, that's not too bad for a start. Sammy will be home later this evening, and it's hot. It's so hot and sweating. The sun's going away for a minute, but Sammy will be home later this evening, and I want to do this while he's not here because obviously I'm right by the road, and I can pressure wash and he can be at the barn because that's where he is all the time anyway. So I'm going to work on this while he's not home. I think I'm not going to go over the black lettering. It looks fine. I might outline these, but I'm going to paint those yellow. So I'm going to outline those first, and then, well, I'll do the yellow and then we'll do the outlining, but then that means we've got black on our stuff. I'm debating. Yeah, we'll do yellow next. Tim gripes so much about empty water bottles, which he has every right to do so because we are bad about them being everywhere and they're always in my car. So I quit buying water bottles, but they're still around. But this is pro tip. Good thing I have this water bottle sitting in the mule because I can put my paintbrush in there. I didn't bring anything to rinse it in. Gotcha, Tim. I've used this brush for yellow before, so we're just gonna reuse it for the same color. We're gonna use tractor paint, Caterpillar yellow. This side of the sign's gonna look so good, he's gonna want me to do the other side, which doesn't even look bad. This is just the faded side, because obviously it's where the sun is. I honestly wish we could take this thing down and I could do it there, but it would probably crumble if we took it down. So we're all about working with what you got. That's what we're gonna do, because the other side don't look so bad. And it don't have to look great because people are driving by 100 miles an hour, as you can hear. Just gotta look good while you're going by fast. It's hot out here, you guys. I'm not used to this paint being so runny. Usually the consistency is thicker. and she's a running today, but it's also drying so fast. I think it was like, I don't know if it was last summer or if it was springtime. I painted the 2 signs that are out front. They were pretty rough too. I just traced over what was there, just like I'm doing here, because like I said, people just see it when they're driving by it freaking 100 miles an hour. So just a little pop of color will bring it back to life. It don't have to be perfect, and I don't have to make a whole new brand new scheme of things. Just go back over what we got. It'll be fine for a while longer. On my second load of laundry for the day. We do a lot of laundry around here. Sammy changes clothes 100,000 times. Let me readjust you. And it's hot, so Tim's got work clothes, and Wyatt has football, so he has workout clothes. This is kind of ridiculous trying to set you up here. Ain't nothing level. I don't know what to tell you. Try to do it like this. Try to bend you over. Alright, let's see. See what happens. Gonna fall. See what happens right there. So anyway, do a lot of laundry around here. I do laundry a ton, but got some laundry in and going. I had to go to 2 different stores this morning, trying to knock some projects out. I got some pressure washing to do. Tim got my pressure washer going, so we'll be doing that in a little bit, but I wanted to wait and do that later. I'm certainly no professional, friends. And I'm sweating my eyeballs off out here. Alright, this is where it's going to be tricky. It's these upper letters. It's going to take me some time, and I'm going to have to get up there really high, which I'm not looking forward to, so I'm going to take a step back and look at it from a distance and see where we're at. Pause. I lied. I went ahead and finished the D just to see what it would look like before I take a break, because it's so hot out here. So I'm taking a break. Be back. My work here is complete. It's the next day because I got rained out yesterday. Just as hot as yesterday, but look how much better it looks. Voila. I got Sammy all set up over here in the shade, way away from the road, enjoying some time outside while I finished up. But that's gonna wrap it up for that project, and we'll see you guys later. Welcome back, everybody. I'm getting ready to stitch up some of this fabric that I've got here. I told you guys last when I cut out with this, I was going to cut some stuff up so we could sew it together. So that's what we're going to do now. And this is actually going to wrap up my first Jenny Junkin video. So I'm sure that they will continue to get better. So stick with me and we're going to have a lot of fun. So here we go. We're going to sew. Where we're at so far. Remember, this is not supposed to be perfect because Dick Banjo made this somewhere in the woods. It's not gonna be perfect. Alright, had to take a break and go get Sammy's dinner ready for him. He's having his dinner. Hopefully the dogs will be quiet. I can get a little bit done before we end this video. There's so many distractions every day, all day in our lives. It's just part of it. So I'm always bouncing back and forth. That's the thing. Thank you. Sammy said it's pretty good. So this is where we're at so far on Dick Banjo's quilt. Thank you guys so much for joining in, and I promise that we're going to have lots of fun projects. Something I'm definitely going to be doing next week. I have a lot of staining to do around the campground. So one thing is the deck at the Airbnb. If no one's there, I can get that done. The posts around the pond, those need stained. There's a lot of projects I'm going to be working on in the campground, a lot of projects for our rat rod build off, just everyday, daily life stuff. I like to cook, so I may show you guys, if you're interested, tell me in the comments some recipes. I can show you how we be cooking dinner around here. We don't actually, tonight, I'm going to be making shrimp fajitas at 11 o'clock because that's what time we're eating. This rat rod build off has got us so busy with everything else that Tim's working all night, and in my opinion, the poor feller needs a hot meal when he's done working. So that's what we're doing. We've adjusted our dinner schedule. The kids eat their own stuff at their own time anyway, so we've adjusted ourselves and we're eating 11 o'clock dinners until this rat rod build off's over. Hopefully we take the win home on that. But until next time, thanks for hanging out with Jenny Junkin. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think. I want your opinions. As soon as I get 50 subscribers, then I can go live and we can all talk and you can get to know me a little bit better if you don't yet. So thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time.